Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, I'm Cora. Make sure you check out the description box below for links to all my social accounts as well as my website, corashay.com. And today we are going to be talking about another blogging tips related video, and we're going to be discussing blogging tasks to do when you have a little bit of extra time. Hi everyone! Live your best possible life. Alright guys, I cannot talk enough about how important. So the general idea of this video is things that you can do to improve your blog and tasks that you really should be doing sometimes, but that aren't necessarily regular, consistent tasks, like things you would do daily, weekly, or even monthly. It's just, say it's a Sunday afternoon, you have a little extra time to work on your blog. Here's some ideas and tasks that you can do to really step up and elevate your blog when you have some extra time. First up is to research blog post ideas. If you already have a pre-made list of blog post ideas, when you get the time or you get into the groove or the mood or whatever it may be to actually write out some posts, you already have content brainstormed so that you're not using all of that energy and excitement on thinking of ideas. At any given point, I have between 50 to 100 blog post ideas saved in my drafts folder, just like the title of them, and sometimes a little bit of notes, but in general, just the title. And it helps so much because sometimes I'm not in the mood for actually thinking of blog post ideas, but I'm in the mood to write some out. Just sit there if you have a little extra time, go through your different inspiration areas. I have an entire video on how to brainstorm blog post ideas. I will link that below as well. Then that can help with this too. Task number 2, check for unresponded to comments. Go through your comment folder, make sure that you've responded to ones. And then while you're doing that, you can also filter through and see if your spam filters missed any spamming comments, and check for broken links and things like that. Task number 3, add affiliate links to old posts. There is a good chance that you now are in different affiliate programs or better affiliate programs than when you first started blogging. Most of us do not start with access to the best of the best programs. And so go back through and add in your better programs, or add them in at all. Like when I first started blogging, I wasn't accepted to any singular affiliate program at first. So once I got approved, I would go back through and add them in to the ones that didn't have any affiliate links in the first place. And while you're doing this, make sure that you have affiliate disclosures on your blog. I am not a lawyer, but I definitely recommend looking into that and looking at law-related blogs because they talk a lot about this. Task 4, update your social media accounts. A few subtasks for this are updating your bio, making sure that it's accurately reflecting everything, update profile pictures if they are outdated. Just make sure that everything is consistent if at all possible. Headers you have on your Facebook and your Twitter should ideally be the same headers. If you have a YouTube, same thing. Try to keep colors and everything as consistent as possible, so just go through and update all of that. I am obnoxiously talking with my hands. I'm gonna try to rein that back a bit. 5, update your Work With Me page. Go make sure that you have the most updated metrics. Make sure that your different social media following counts are completely updated. Make sure that your rates are updated if you have your rates openly on there. If you don't have a media kit, you could add a media kit to your Work With Me page. Canva has a lot of great options for that. Just make sure that your Work With Me page is totally updated. 6, remove any visual clutter from your site. Go through and check out your sidebar and your footer and see if they've over time added extra things that don't really need to be there. I've seen where a lot of times there'll be too many search bars, like there's a search bar in the upper right corner and on the sidebar and on the bottom of the sidebar and on the footer. Things like that, it just clutters up your page. 7, apply to affiliate programs. Like I was just talking about affiliate, adding those links in. Also go through and apply to affiliate programs. Maybe if there's better ones that you didn't have the page views for before that you can apply to now, or you just have more consistency and you might get approved now, or just more unique ones. Maybe you've changed niches, anything like that. Go through, apply to affiliate programs. Task number 8 is one that is very unfun, but is super important, and that is to check up on your Google Analytics. Log into it and make sure that everything is correct. This caught me really bad once, where I thought my Google Analytics was correct. I didn't really compare it to my actual blog views for a few weeks, and it turns out that something got messed up. So just double check things, make sure that everything is aligning up correctly with whoever you're hosting through, what they say your views are in Google Analytics, make sure everything is on the right page. 9, make pins for old blog posts. If you've watched any of my blogging related videos before, you will know that Pinterest is a massive source of views for me, and I recommend it for any new bloggers to get on Pinterest. I get asked a lot is, what if I don't have that much content? A key part for that then will be making new fresh pins for old blog posts. Go back through, and chances are you're better at making pins now than you were when you first started, even if that was just a few months ago. So make new fresh pins, change some of the attention grabbing words. Instead of fantastic, say wonderful, or whatever it may be, and update and make new pins so that you can get new fresh traffic. 10, make email folders. I have an entire video on how to get digitally decluttered. If you watch that video, you will definitely know that I am a huge fan of staying digitally organized. Your blog email is no exception to that. Make folders, get that inbox organized. Even if you're like, I don't get that many emails right now, when you continue to grow, you will really have wished that you organized your emails in inboxes and folders. Task 11, comment on other bloggers' posts. One of the best, if not the best part of being a blogger is the community. And it is so important to be involved with the blogging community. There is amazing, amazing people out there, and you will be so happy that you got to know them. I have met amazing, wonderful friends through the blogging world. And a lot of it's through commenting on their blog posts, engaging them with them on social media, and getting to know people. 12 is one that your future self will be so thankful that you did. And that can mean a lot of different things. It can mean prepping tweets to send out in the future. This is one that I always batch create, because if I don't, I find that it's one that I tend to forget about then. And then if I'm trying to think of one of the tweet in the moment, it just doesn't work out well. I have an automated plugin that tweets out old posts every 3 or 4 hours, but in terms of actual tweets, go through prep things related to your niche. If you are able to, prep some Instagram pictures, change some outfits, flat lays, if you do graphics, whatever that may be. Make some graphics for your Instagram stories so that on days where you don't have much going on in terms of what you're doing with blogging or just your life, you can have some graphics that you can throw out there so that your story stays active. Schedule Facebook posts, of course Pinterest, make pins, bulk make pins. Even if you only pin 5 pins a day, that doesn't mean you can't go through and make 50 pins and then now all you have to do is pin those pins instead of just also making them. Batch creating content is so important. Task 13, interlink blog posts. Go back through on your older blog posts especially and look for new content that you can link to them. The more that you interlink within your site, the more Google is going to like your site. It makes it think that you're more authoritative and that your content is related, and they really like that. That is as much as I'm going to say on that topic because I am not an SEO pro. I have tripled my SEO content. I've tripled my SEO views in the last few months. I'm definitely improving, but I have a lot to learn on that topic. But I do know one thing from all of the pros out there is to interlink blog posts. 14, make an email list freebie. You have some extra time, go on Canva and make some freebies that are related to your niche or what you like to blog about. Make it and set it up so that they can get that as a freebie. It could be a planner, certain checklists. I'm trying to think about other niches, a guide, different fashion related guides, anything like that. And that they get that freebie if they sign up for your email list, and that can really help grow your email list. But I know making freebies can be really time consuming, so if you have some extra time, take this opportunity. 15, optimize images on your site. This is another very basic SEO thing that I recommend doing. I use the plugin Smush. That is the right way to say it. It does take a really long time the first time that you do it. If you have a lot of images, I had like 2,000 images the first time that I did it, but now I just do it whenever I remember to do it, and it's only ever like 50 to 80 images, so it's a lot faster, and it is amazing for my site speed, which Google likes. 16, do keyword research on old posts. A lot of what I recommend doing when you have some extra time is going back and bringing to life old content, because chances are, most of us were not pros when we started, but you have that content, and that content has been around for a while, which is something that you can't fake in terms of Google, and which Google likes more established content. So when you have that content that's older, if you bring it to life and you like I've been saying, optimize those images, interlink to new content, and now like we're talking about here, doing keyword research, there's a good chance that when you started you didn't even know what keywords were, or maybe you did but you weren't, didn't know to look for ones with the right amount of volume and competition. So going through and finding ones that work for those topics and just adding in those keywords, taking out maybe ones that you were using that were wrong, that nobody actually searches for, whatever it may be. On that sense, it can really help you get more organic Google traffic. Task 17, I think I kind of briefly mentioned this earlier, but it's to make your media kit. If you want some inspiration for this, go to coreshay.com, hit the work with me button and you will immediately see my media kit on there. Let me open it. I can talk about this just for a minute. I can do a whole video on how to make a media kit. If anyone wants that, let me know in the comments. But I talk a little bit about me, my monthly views. I actually need to update this. Monthly views, Instagram followers, Pinterest views. Those are my 3 like best categories, like my actual blog views, Pinterest and Instagram. A little more about my site and my experience. I go through my Google Analytics, insights on email subscribers, Twitter reach, just kind of tucked into it's still in there, but those are not as like impressive of areas. And then brands that I've worked with and a little more on how they can get in touch with me. I do not have an overly complicated work with me page and media kit. People have much more impressive ones. It's something that I need to revamp at some point in the future when I have a little extra time. I can, like I said, I can do a video on me updating that if anyone is interested in that and how I made them to begin with. Let me know on that. But that was the last of the tasks that I recommend doing when you have a little extra time. I did tweet out all of these like throughout the last month. So if you are not following me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter because you can always get my little tips and information first. Again, it's Korashay, Korashay. That is my username on literally everything. That being said, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope everyone is having a great day, staying safe out there. Bye guys.